In the industry of anime, the continuation of a series depends on many factors. One of these important factors is the revenue it brings back the studios responsible for animating it. And as such, the fate of anime is dependent on a wide criteria. That is why for today we will be talking about the top 10 anime that got cancelled but deserve a continuation. But before we start, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. Oh, and one more thing, beware of the following spoilers. Coming in number 10 is Dead Man Wonderland. The main character of this anime was framed for the gruesome death of his whole class just because he was the only one surviving the incident, and the masked assailant that caused it all disappeared without a trace. Though through certain events, the main character was thrown into an underground type of tournament where he has to fight and persevere if he wishes to survive and have a taste of freedom once more in his life. This main character, among others, has the ability to form constructs using blood to fight with, and the mysterious girl in love with him is none other than the masked assailant. And just what are her motives? That beats me, simply because the anime was scrapped, and we never got a season 2. The anime seemed great as a premise and something new added to the genre. However, its sales failed drastically, and the anime was dashed ever since. Coming in number 9 is Batum. Playing as a 3D character in a game is one thing. However, having your life turn into that said game is a whole different matter, especially when the stakes are the highest. Your life. This main character was shipped off to an abandoned island after his mother sold him off, sort of, to a shady company that holds battle royales, Batum style, on an abandoned island. This main character, however, is one of the highest ranking players in that game, and this expertise when it comes to the game is going to prove vital to him if he ever hopes of returning to civilization someday, and leave that godforsaken island behind forever. Even though the series is action-packed, interesting, and has an amazing plot, the show was nonetheless cancelled due to the atrocious sales of the Blu-ray and DVD copies. Just like that, another anime bites the dust due to lack of sales. But God, I want a season 2. Coming in number 8 is Gate. This anime came out in 2016, breaking the norms and destroying the teenage hero cliché, dropping us into the life of an average Joe fighting for his country against an enemy they don't even completely understand that appeared out of nowhere. The premise of this anime was more than intriguing, and all the fans clamored to watch such a norm-breaking show. The animations were amazing, and let's be honest, watching a dragon fighting a fucking tank was practically everybody's dream to say the least. The show was such a success it received a Volume 2 continuation 2 years later. However, when it came for a Season 3, the studio responsible for the production of the series said that the animation process is causing them a lot of difficulties and issues, and it has been on hiatus ever since. Let's just hope that this won't be permanent, like the fate of some other shows. Coming in number 7 is Beelzebub. The show about a naked baby looking for a human father and mother to raise him. And apparently he is too damn powerful. All hell fears his power and is a candidate to become the king of hell as well. And that's just a baby! A naked one, to say the least. The powers this baby has are just way too out of this world, and even though at its heart, it's a comedy and the powers of Baby Beels are just undeniable, and many other adversaries attempted to get rid of him, but they all fail nonetheless. The show is such a gem. However, due to some stupid complaints concerning Beels being naked all the time, the show was cancelled. Let's just hope it returns someday with all its prime and glory. Coming in number 6 is No Game, No Life. The uncrowned king and queen of games got an invitation by a god to a chess game. With his younger sister, these two were able to defeat a god in a game of chess. Upon their victory, the god sucked them into an alternate world where games could decide the fate of countries and kingdoms. This world is all about gambling, and it doesn't matter what or with or who you are gambling as long as you are. One day you could be a ruler of a prosperous kingdom, and the very next day you could lose it in a game of rock, paper, scissors. Oh, that actually happened, by the way. This was but one tiny example of the high stakes these games the main character and his sister took part in. However, the show didn't do as well as it was expected to, causing the studio to cancel the show since they had no way to justify the cost of producing another series. Just like that, another gem in the rough, was buried forever to this day. Coming on number 5 is Noragami. An ex-god of war decided to end the bloodshed and atone for his sins and just live an unmeaningful existence with not even a shrine to call his own, helping people and spreading his number everywhere in order to help as many people as he could. He even called himself the god of deliveries for that goal. Yato has a lot of blood on his hands, however. He is trying to be better for the sake of a better world, even if it was minor. He just wanted to make some change for the better for once in his pathetic existence. And yet again, another show that could have been big, but due to circumstances uncontrolled by anyone or anything, the show had meager sales equal to 4,000 copies for Season 1 and 1.5 thousand copies for Season 2. Even the manga was going under by not creating revenue enough for the studio to keep the show alive. This show needs a Season 3 ASAP, as we all love the show and wanted to watch it so eagerly. Coming in number 4 is MAGI. As anime scalers, we already know just how powerful and well-known Sinbad is when it comes to scaling someone. Sinbad is way up on the list just before and arguably right beside Akutu Sai, and even the likes of Feathering, beings that are able to dismantle the entire fabric of reality and even rewrite plots, and erase reality or parts of it as they see fit. Sinbad in the show, however, isn't the main character. The main character is someone that could become powerful enough to rival even Sinbad if given time. This someone is the Magi Aladdin, and this is the story of his journey in the marvelous world he lives in, created by King Solomon. Aladdin, as a Magi, is instructed to lead humanity into a new era of peace and a safe life by choosing a king worthy of such tasks. Enter Alibaba, a young king that is still learning and evolving, molding his character into a person fit to rule someday. That's practically the premise of the show, including the amazing battles, out-of-this-world animations, and powerful Jin equips. This anime, however, for some reason, after its second season, just dipped and was gone. Not a trace. Except for the manga, of course, and just by reading a few panels, I can already tell you this. If you thought the battles in Season 1 and 2 were hype, then you haven't seen anything yet. Coming in number 3 is Bakano. The story is outstanding and excels in its non-linearity. The characters can be related to easily and have cool and fun personalities. Add to that some powers and immortal beings and you get Bakano. This anime isn't a masterpiece, albeit, but it is still a very good show and an enjoyable series to watch. It is short and you can easily binge it in one sitting. The anime, however, due to its new style and non-linear, somehow convoluted story, received a lot of criticism with the fans unable to understand what exactly is going on in the show. And add to the fact that the anime sales weren't that good in Japan, and even after the shows was shipped and broadcast overseas, the DVD sales and Blu-ray versions didn't break even. It's a shame, really. Coming in number 2 is Grand Blue. This is your go-to anime whenever you feel down in life and tired of its back-breaking responsibilities. This show is all about having some fun time by the sea through the adventures of the diving club after coercing the main character into joining them. Shortly after, though, he becomes the heart and soul of the diving club team with their Go Merry lifestyle. The show was quite fun, with a lot of fan service and amazing scenes of the ocean showing just how beautiful it is. However, like everything in life, the show had a purpose, and once that purpose was fulfilled, the show had to go. Grand Blue series only existed to promote the manga panels, and since the manga is on hiatus with no clue when it will ever return, the anime had no purpose anymore, and it got cancelled for that simple reason. And at number 1 we have Hunter x Hunter. I will not bother and explain what this anime is, cause even if you lived under a stone buried 50 miles into the Earth's crust, you would still know about this show and just how impactful it was to many people across the globe. My generation practically grew up with this show. However, we are cursed with the fact that the laziest mangaka on this good earth is the one responsible for drawing it. This sorry excuse of a mangaka is the worst thing that ever happened in the history of manga and anime. And trust me, some serious shit went down over the years when it comes to anime. This man is the sole and only reason for the discontinuation of Hunter x Hunter. Why, you ask? It's cause he is the laziest mangaka to ever exist. and just doesn't feel like drawing the panels of the show anytime soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and had so much fun as I had fun making it for you. And I'm curious, what shows or anime do you think should have a comeback? I'd love to make a part 2 of this and maybe bring some more awareness. Who knows? Maybe we can somehow kickstart another anime to come back. But anyways, in case you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.